Once again, IRONMAN 4x4 Namibia set the bar when they decided to host their annual general meeting in an environment they and their products feel at home. And no better place could be presented to their dealers and their South African counterparts, the southern parts of Namibia. An area as hard and rugged as IRONMAN products itself. And choosing the tranquil Naukluft River camp as base camp was the best choice ever to host their dealers and other role players from the IRONMAN 4x4 Africa team. The Naukluft River camp offers more than the natural camping sites and conference facilities. It also offers a scenic 4x4 trail that will give any off-roader that adrenaline rush they live for. And for the more adventurous 4x4, the Naukluft Mountains and 4x4 trail will charge the adrenaline levels sky high. But that is what Namibia is all about, adventure and IRONMAN 4x4. Marco Pape from IRONMAN 4x4 Namibia gave a brief overview about the IRONMAN 4x4 and how they grew since end 2018, when they started with operations in Namibia. Started off with 2 dealers, 4x4 and more in Windhoek and Namib Off-Road Centre in Walvis Bay. IRONMAN 4x4 Namibia has now 6 dealers across Namibia, stretching from the north to the south and the west to the east.
Die input, dit is vir my 'n groot teken van appreciation. Want dit wys vir my net hoe julle omgee vir IRONMAN 4x4 Namibia. Ek dink ook vir julle dealers wat hier is, wat dit kon gemaak het, beteken dit ook, wys dit ook, dat die brand regtig from strength to strength is. Ons is serious. We are here to serve Namibia. En ek dink ons sal, en ek weet, saam met julle het ons die regte wenresep.
Pape commended the dealers for their role in marketing, selling and installing the IRONMAN 4x4 brand. Keeping any adventure-driven man in a room can most likely be seen as a punishment to the highest degree, and the surroundings called harder than the cool AGM room that felt like many to a holding cell. After gathering and a short briefing about the rest of the day, it was time to take the IRONMAN 4x4s for their outing. Despite the ruggedness and roads were only experienced day to go, it seems that everyone enjoyed pushing the world-renowned IRONMAN 4x4 suspensions to the limit. Regardless how well equipped your vehicle might be or how many years of experience you have on your 4x4 passport, one still needs experienced guiding buddy to make sure you get down safely with no or little damage to your vehicle. Team Motor Media Namibia's Francois witnessed how every driver-owner managed his vehicle through terrains that the inexperienced off-roader will either avoid in total or think not to dare to go there. Seemingly, all brands are quite comfy in this kind of terrain. And nothing as rewarding like a soft piece of mutton prepared on a spit braai after a long, hot, exhausting day behind the wheels. And with the ambience of chatting and laughter about the day's highlights, Team CS Auto Trading from Shumep took the opportunity to introduce themselves to Motor Media Namibia.
Okay, so ons is die manne van CS Auto Trading. Wat ons doen is, ons het 'n workshop, ons is fully equipped workshop vir, ja, dan het ons 'n panel beating, ons is lekker groot in die panel beating en dan is ons natuurlik die trotse agente van IRONMAN. So ja, vir enige iemand wat enige kwotasie navra oor IRONMAN het in die Oshikoto region, of enige plek in land, maar ons die Kotte region, ons is die agent vir daai gedeelte. So ek hoop om julle daai kan te sien. Dis Heinie, hy is Heinie Franken, hy is ons bestuurder. So Heinie, praat, vertel.
Hallo almal. So as jy kar, trekker, bus of moving equipment, enige iets het waarmee jy sukkel, service as ons doen, loop service, ons doen enige service. Ons sal brieke doen, enige iets, wheel alignment, name it. Ons is daar vir julle.
They also bagged the rookie certificate as Ironman 4x4 dealer in Central North Namibia. And the second day took the team to another natural jewel in Namibia, the Namib Naukluft Park. With the kind assistance of the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, this team was allowed to go the extreme 4x4 route. And was that something else to see and experience? This route of about 30 kilometers and a climb of a little more than 2,000 meters need more than a well-equipped 4x4. It needs skills, guts, knowledge and determination with a schnapps of calmness behind the wheel. This is surely a must before any permit can be issued entering this park. Since this is a national park, there are strict rules to abide by. But despite the rules and regulations, the scenery alongside the fauna and flora will blow your mind away. Every mountain towering over the landscape tells a story, a different story. If only we could understand what the mountains tell us while slowly crawling up in their shadows. But even here, time stopped as drivers and guides had to disembark on several occasions to work out new routes as it is overgrown, washed away, or rolling boulders partially blocked the already faded routes. The plateau created an ideal place for a lunch and a few interviews before the splinter group opted to further looking for the lost drilling machine at the base camp Tjeriktik, named after a bird species also found in the mountains.
13 years ago, I decided to open a fitment center called 4x4 and More, so that we can kit out people's vehicles for the bush. It was always my passion to go camp and drive with cars with big wheels, and like you don't want to circle in the boss, like one would say. And this is what we do. We are situated in Windhoek in the northern industrial area, and we are one of the Ironman dealers. We do the Ironman brand, which is a very, very good brand, and I can just recommend that brand to anybody having a 4x4, and if you want to have it kitted, there is only one man, and that's Ironman.
Weekend was really special for us. Our Independence weekend, we had the first Ironman 4x4 Namibia AGM. We had some of our dealers here, unfortunately some couldn't make it, of our Namibian dealers, but we had 5 representatives from Ironman Africa with their fully kitted Ironman vehicles joining us for this weekend. And we've had it here at Chowgap River Lodge or River Camp, and everything this weekend so far was absolutely awesome. Everything at Chowgap, the people that know the camp, Johan Stein and his vrouw Nikki, they're doing an amazing job there. And after the meeting we had the 4x4 trail that we've done at Chowgap, and today it's really something special. We're on top here of the Naukluft Mountains, and the Noakloof 4x4 trail that's been closed for, from my understanding, close to 10 years due to being inaccessible. But I must say there's 8 vehicles here on top, all of them Ironman kitted, and it just shows you with the right equipment and the right experience, 4x4 experience, you can conquer it. And we're very, very excited for the things that's coming. We're going to have a project here in conjunction with MET to get this road to such a state that it can be opened again for the public. But I must say that's going to be for the guy that like off-roading and would not mind a scratch on his rims, or maybe even a scratch on the bodywork. It is not for the faint-hearted. and I can't say it enough, it is definitely not for the faint-hearted, but it is absolutely worthwhile to come and visit the moment that it's going to be open, and that we will definitely give through to the public the moment that we've got it up and running and METs ready and agree with us that it's all accessible again, and that the camp up on the mountain Tjeriktik is also to such a state that it can be used again.
The drilling machine, towering for several meters, is also a beacon in the area, as this guides you towards in and out of Tjeriktik. The camp consists of a few opened frame shelters. A braai and ablution area and potable water is available, but one has to make use of the well-maintained water pump. And one can only dream of the tranquil atmosphere once the camp can be restored to its former glory. The drill machine has a story that will fascinate any adventurer, as this machine was brought to the plateau during 1948. It took several trips over 2 weeks. This mammoth and risky task was carried out by Atti Pinaar and Hans Bruiting and used an old surplus army truck, a Ford 4x4 8-cylinder and a Willis Jeep. The machine was also dismantled to transport it to the plateau. Regardless the use back then, this tall beacon remains with many unanswered questions and even offers a stunning backdrop for a video or a photo shoot. The third day took the IRONMAN 4x4 convoy to yet another arena. This time the world-renowned red dunes of Sossusvlei. Majestic, beautiful and thousands of dunes, each one with his own shape, size and color. Driving on sand is a total different ballgame than that of the previous 2 days, and seemingly the crew enjoyed the smooth ride to see the water between the majestic red dunes after heavy downpours earlier this year. Contrary to belief that shocks under your vehicle are there to keep the tires on the road. Christo du Plessis, General Manager IRONMAN 4x4 Africa, explained the real value of that.
The thing about shocks is the function of the shock absorber is very important and critical, and I think everybody is under the impression that the shock absorber is absorbing the shock you feel on the road, but in plain simple terms, the shock is actually controlling the springs. That's the function of the shock absorber. The springs are there to control it, or to carry the weight of the vehicle, to keep the vehicle in the air, and the function of the shock is to control the spring. And the better you can control the spring, the smoother and better ride quality you will experience with your vehicle.
Mick van Zyl, Director IRONMAN 4x4 Africa, availed a few minutes to Team Multimedia Namibia about their short visit and the brand.
Francois, yes, it's a real privilege to come to Namibia yet again, and especially during these times when you guys have had such great rains. You've been really blessed with rains. I've been coming to Namibia on business and for pleasure for close to 30 years, and I've never seen this, and I've never seen green grass on the dunes, so it's really special. We're here visiting Namibia. We're doing a trip with our film crew like we do. We've got a nice YouTube channel, and we do videos, we do travel videos and show people our products and how they're used. And what we do, we say we're a four-wheel drive company, and we're four-wheel drivers. We've come through here and we've attended the Namibia IRONMAN 4x4 Namibia's annual general meeting, and we've been invited to come along, and it was an excuse for us to pack our vehicles and come do a bit of a loop through the southern Namibia, and I'm really glad we did, because this is just awesome. The team that backs the product in South Africa is a branch of IRONMAN 4x4 International in Melbourne. So we're not an importing agent that imports product and distributes it locally like everybody else is really. We're actually a branch of the original company. So your product warranty doesn't just lie with us here in South Africa, it goes all the way back to Melbourne, Australia. That's a very important fact Another thing is that we're part of a very big group of companies back in South Africa, the Hudeco group. We're a massive group of companies. So we have got, without being boastful, we have a big checkbook. So we're able to carry stock, proper stock, we're able to do proper marketing, and we're able to generate and create a proper support network throughout Southern Africa to support the product. So those are some of the differences that make us different to the other guys.
Just like Namibia, South Africa also have their video team, and this is what Alti and Dirk has to say about their adventure in Namibia.
IRONMAN approached us to do some traveling videos for them, and what we do is a program called IRONMAN Adventures, and the Hilux that we're driving with, they built that up for us, and we just get to travel everywhere with it, and we're very passionate about the outdoors and 4x4ing, so this is a perfect fit.
And yes, you are right, we are two very lucky buggers.
Obviously no boring moment whatsoever.
No boring moment whatsoever.
We have been to Namibia before, but not extensively, and I would say that we passed through quite quickly. So we've been to Lideritz and Kolmanskop, but and we've also done a tour of the Kahuku Veld and went up to Ipupa Falls, but this is our first time, I think, in this area specific. It is absolutely beautiful. I think we are very lucky to see it in a time where this area has actually had some good rains, because it's the first time, as I understand it, in 10 years. So normally this would look like a desert landscape, but right now it pretty much looks like bushveld, so it's really, really stunning.
And I think it's both of ours first time in Windhoek as well, and we really love the town. I mean, it's a beautiful, stunning town. The streets are clean. We absolutely love Namibia.
Yeah, it's nice, and the people are really cool, and they call it Namibia, the land of the brave, but I'll tell you, I've never seen people who can drink like the Namibians.
We're going to go to Sources Flay. Got some thunder going. We're going to go to Sources Flay, and then we're going to go to Fish River Canyon. We're going to go through Agrabis back home.
Team IRONMAN 4x4 surely stick to their slogan, "We don't just sell adventure, we live it."